So my Super Famicom PAL version arrived. Why I'm actually getting a Super Famicom PAL? Well, you will know in a moment. So this one comes from Australia. RF cable with an interesting video coming soon about that. The console with an RF connector at the back and also multi-connector, multi-out. There's just a plastic cover there they can take out. And by the way, know your setup. How amazing it would be, and I could actually get it bigger, to have them just side by side. So that's just unfortunate. So make sure if you buy something, make sure to measure and just think about ahead what you actually plan to buy, what you have. Now the first problem occurred where the connector for the power is actually different between the Super Famicom, the Japanese version, and the Australian PAL version. This one for the Japanese is actually smaller, 2.1 millimeters, and the other one is bigger, 2.5, so they don't match. Now the one that I got is the triad. You can see the model here, I won't going to read it again, for Mouser. And it doesn't have, usually when you get something that fits both, they have kind of a spring there, which you can actually fit both. So it doesn't matter which one you use, it's going to fit in. But this one from Triad just fits the 2.1, the smaller one. Now, the thing is that the adapter that comes with the PAL console actually fit my voltage, so there's no problem. I mean, the only problem is that just need an adapter because the power sockets in Australia are of type 1. So when I tried to fit it in, it didn't fit. So as you can see, this is the official, actually this is good because I got an official Nintendo adapter. But I wanted to use the other one. This is also bulky and heavier. So I had an option, buy an adapter from 2.1 to 2.5, or just buy an adapter and slot it in. And this was of course the easier way to do it. But because I was traveling a lot, I have lots of these universal adapters. One wasn't fit and the other one didn't work for some reason. And I needed an adapter for this big boy. So you can see that it actually fits in, but no electricity passes through for some reason. I actually use it, but I don't know what happened. Anyway, it was busted, so I needed to buy something else. Anyway, just a plastic adapter that fits, and I connected. This is again the original Nintendo adapter, so it connected, of course, perfectly. Moving on, one of the most beautiful things in the world to see, a very, very long cable. Wow, what a difference between the Japanese and this. Oh my god. So cool. The control, of course, the connector is the same as the Japanese Super Famicom, the same connector. And the thing, of course, that I can use it also on the Super Famicom, the Japanese version, so I can have a longer controller if I want to. We're talking about 1 meter 3 feet compared to 2.3 meters, which is 7.5 feet. Huge difference. Okay, but for what reason I actually bought it? Well, one of the reasons is this one. The game is called Terranigma, released in Japan and also in Europe and Australia. It was initially released in October 1995 and in PAL version for Europe and Australia in 1996, late 1996 and 1997. And it was released in various languages including English, German, French and Spanish. And the one that is very sought after is the one that released in English, and one of them is available, of course, in Australia. So that's the one that I got. You can actually see at the top right corner it says AUS. Now, it was never officially released in North America because by the time the English localization for the PAL market was finished, Enix has already closed its US headquarters and Nintendo of America passed on publishing it. So likely because they were shifting focus to upcoming Nintendo 64, maybe this is the case, from what I've read at least. Yeah, so this is the original cartridge. Hey, wait a second, how do I know if it's actually original? Well, there are some fakes out there and I still got it from eBay. Well, unluckily for me, like many other cartridges that I ordered from eBay, it didn't work. Now, will it work? No, they can't. What do you expect? You pay premium price on eBay, you need to pay premium time of your own in order to fix things. But this is also a very good time to actually check if it's not fake, right? So, I mean, maybe I would have done it anyway. Well, it looks pretty authentic, I would say. Nintendo there. You can see the battery, 96. The PCB serial, you can see SHVC1J3M20. This is the exact correct board type used for PAL release of Terranigma. You can see the copyright stamp, 1993 Nintendo. kind of a silk screened in gold and copper. And I think the smoking gun is the chip identification. So this is U1 mass chrome. You can see it says labeled SPAL AQTP0. SPAL is for PAL region, AQT is the game code for Terranigma, and P is for PAL Australia Europe. The U3, the MED1, is the official Nintendo memory mapper chip used to manage games' high capacity ROM. The U4 is a small chip, you can see on the left, it's labeled D413B, this is a standard PAL regional local chip. And the U2 is the SRAM, the chip labeled LGS, is the 64K save ROM, which is correct for this game save functionality. Alright, cleaning again. Alright, actually to be honest with you, I really enjoy opening it, so it's not like I'm suffering. You know, but maybe it doesn't work at all, so that's why it was a bit frustrating. So I did the same thing, going over it with, I think it's 96% alcohol with the earring tip. No worries, not going to do anything aggressive here like last time, although last time it worked as well. But you can see it's already, you can see that it's dirty, which is good. When I see that it's dirty, I tell myself, oh, maybe that's the reason it doesn't work. So I'm gonna give me a, hope that it will work. Sometimes, by the way, it can be the connectors inside the console. Maybe it needs cleaning as well. But you can see it's pretty dirty. So going both sides, well, gently swipes. And of course, let it dry. Looks good. Put it back in. I already have experience. Not that it's hard anyway. If you wanted to see how it looks up close, that's one look of it. Honestly, it looks really good, right? The condition of I mean, one of them actually that I bought was actually really bad condition. These are actually looks really good. So I thought, well, maybe they're just dirty and that's all I need to do. So, closing everything in, this time I know exactly what I need to do. I'm not gonna screw things up like the last time from behind. And the second one. And good. Time to check out if my handyman skills did work. Oh, just before that, I want to show you a close-up so you can see that it was dirty. See? There was quite a lot of dirt there. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you. I actually use a blower just to make sure that it's right. I don't know if it's recommended, but I did it anyway. Oh well. Please, 16-bit God, be with me this time. Don't disappoint me. Well, it didn't work. Now I won't bore you with more cleaning stuff. I cleaned again and eventually it worked. It actually felt amazing, reviving game. Seriously, I don't know, I just like it. I mean, frustrating at first because you don't know if it's gonna work, but when it works, it's heaven. Yeah, so for another game to play, I'm super dope to play this one. I already started playing and I really enjoy it so far. I mean, just a few minutes in, not a lot. But with such an entry, music and the visualization, some of them are really unique. I actually was blown away with the graphics that actually presented here. And some of the art style, I mean, I really liked it. But again, this is just at the beginning, so I need to spend more time with the game. But I have a good feeling that it's going to be a really fun journey. Just before we end it up, a bit of information. Developer Quintet, publisher Nintendo, and you can see also Enix in Japan. From what I read, Quintet was independent studio that made the game, and they are famous for a spiritual trilogy on the Super Nintendo that included Soul Blazer, Illusion of Gaia, and of course this game, Terranigma. Publisher Enix, at the time of its release in 1995, Enix was an independent company and the rival of Squaresoft. Enix founded the project and published it in Japan. And regarding the merge, Enix and Square did not merge to become Square Enix until 2003, nearly 8 years after Terranigma was released. I mean, seriously, I didn't know that. Seriously, Square Enix merged between Square and Enix? Well, now I know that. It's really exciting. I mean, I never thought about a Square Enix just merged between two companies. First time. Now, I also read that because Quintet was the developer and Enix was only a publisher, the rights to the games are currently in a legal limbo. So Square Enix owns the Enix side of the legacy, but because Quintet essentially disappeared in the early 2000s, it is unclear who officially owns the creative rights today. That's from what I've heard. So from what I've read, this is the main reason the game has never been officially re-released on modern consoles or the Nintendo Switch Online service. So in short, it was developed by Quintet and published by Enix, and Square Enix is simply the modern successor to the publisher. Now regarding regional exclusivity, I mentioned it a bit, I'm just going to say a bit more. So while North America usually received most Enix games, Terranigma never made it there. So Enix has already closed its US branch by the time the localization was finished, and Nintendo of America passed on publishing it, making the Australian and European version the only official English release. Now, Enix funded and published the game in Japan under the title Tenchi Sōzō. Ten is heaven or sky, Chi is earth or ground, and Sōzō is creation. Now, from what I've read, the Australian cartridge actually contains a hidden potential to run at full speed. So if I ever use a 60 Hz mode on the console, the game will automatically kind of unsquash itself and run exactly like the Japanese NTSC version. So this is something I will try to verify and check out in the future, but interesting. So a fascinating history attached to this game that just makes it even more exciting to play, in my opinion. Yeah, and that's it. Make sure to subscribe. More exciting things are coming, some interesting things and discoveries, so make sure to subscribe. And more videos are coming soon. Thanks for watching, everybody. And thanks for everybody who already subscribed. Cheers.